Hey, hi, hello, my name is dis.cat. This is Project Hardcover, where we're letting books be the escape. Hello everyone, and today I have an original tag video for you guys. That's right, I have decided to create the Steven Universe book tag. I'm actually quite horrified that one of these doesn't exist already. Like, people, Steven Universe is like one of the most quality TV shows of all time. Why is this not like a huge thing on the interwebs already? So yes, I feel that it is a huge injustice that this has not already been made into a book tag, so I'm gonna do it. So basically how this tag is gonna work is I'm going to pick characters from the amazing show Steven Universe and pair them up with specific questions, which I am then going to pair up with specific books. For those of you who don't know, Steven Universe is an amazing children's cartoon, though it is not simply for children, about a boy named Steven Universe who helps battle evil alien forces with his friends, the Crystal Gems. This show was created by Rebecca Sugar, who is one of the creative forces behind Adventure Time, aka one of the greatest shows of all time. So that should give you some insight as to how flippin' amazing this show is. Like, guys, seriously, go check this show out. The episodes are freaking 11 minutes long. Just watch some episodes and you will be addicted, and it will be fantastic. So with all of that being said, let's get started. The first character is, of course, Steven. And the question to go along with Steven is, name a character that is incredibly pure of heart. A cinnamon roll, too good for this world, if you will. And for this, I'm going to go with Tomas from More Than This by Patrick Ness. Tomas is just, he seriously is a cinnamon roll too good for this world. This kid has been through so much crap, but he is still just like this little beacon of sunshine and happiness and kindness. He just loves everyone he meets and is just so kind and welcoming to everyone. Doesn't matter creed, color, anything. He just loves you the minute he looks at you, and he's just so fabulous, and he made this story so great. I love Tomas. I love this book. This book is fantastic. I don't know why more people don't talk about it, but Tomas is perfection. The next character is Garnet, and the question to go along with this is, name your favorite character duo, platonic or romantic. And for this, I have decided to go with a platonic duo. I have decided to go with Butch and Vicious from the Black Dagger Brotherhood series by J.R. Ward. Please excuse the god-awful covers. But yes, V and Butch have like the most amazing bromance in literature history. They're like seriously soul married. Just the snark and witty banter and just amazing, loving, and incredibly loyal and just a fantastic relationship that these two guys have in this book is phenomenal. It's just so fantastic. Like, every guy in the world wishes they had a bro like Bush or V. They are just so fantastic, so amazing, and I love them both. I love everybody in this series, just everyone. Everyone needs to read this series. Like, if you need multiple bays, if you need all of the bays in the world, read this series. You will have just so many bays, you won't know what to do with them all. Our next character is Amethyst, and the question to go along with this is, name a character that has a tragic backstory. And for this, I am going to go with Fluorite from the Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicles series by Clamp. Fluorite probably has like the most tragic backstory I have ever read about, ever. Just like, take all of the bad things that happen to like all of the normal characters in young adult fiction and like multiply it by 200, and that's basically what happened to Fi. Just, I don't understand how this guy like gets up and faces the world every day. Just, oh man, just Fi's backstory was like the biggest freaking just plot twist this entire series ever took, and I still have not fully recovered from it. Our next character is Pearl, and for this, I want you to name a book that deals with grief. And for this, I have decided to go with Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas, which is the third book in the Throne of Glass series. So I'm going to be as non-spoilery as possible, but basically at the end of Crown of Midnight, something bad happens to Celaena. And we do get a bit of how she's dealing with that bad thing towards the end of Crown of Midnight, but we really delve into how she's dealing with the grieving process and the mourning process in this book. And I really loved how Sarah J. Maas, you know, portrayed grief in this book, because so often in young adult fiction, grief is just explained as like one facet. It's either sad grief, or it's angry grief, or it's, you know, apathetic grief. It's one of those feelings. But this book, she delves into all of them. There are times when Celaena is apathetic. She doesn't feel anything. She's just kind of numb. And then there are times when she is just hysterically sad. She's sobbing uncontrollably. She doesn't know how to deal with her feelings. And then there's also, of course, the times when she is just a raving lunatic with how angry she is. And it's just such an accurate portrayal of how grief and mourning works. So I really love the way that grief and mourning is portrayed in this book. Our next character is Greg, and for this question I have to pick my favorite parental character. And for this I'm going to go with Hans Huberman from The Book Thief. Hans is such an amazing father figure. He's so loving and understanding. He also has his moments where he's really funny, and he's just such a believable parental figure. I feel like so often in young adult fiction, parents, like, it seems like authors are trying too hard with how they portray their parents. Like, they're too parenty. But Hans is just so believable and so accurate, and he's just so freaking amazing. Just Hans is like an amazing person. He is like just too good for this world. Another cinnamon roll, just too good for this world. I love Hans. He is amazing and wonderful, and I love him. So Hans, just Hans. Our next character is Connie, and the question to go along with her is, if I could change the ending to any book series, which would it be and why? And for this I kind of have a left field answer, and it is Breaking Dawn by Stephanie Meyer, which is the fourth book in the Twilight saga. So yes, I did read Twilight, and I did like it. Kinda until I got here. I mean, of course, I have the same complaint that just about everybody has. It was just incredibly anticlimactic. I mean, who sets up this giant, like, battle to the death war thing and then talks it out? Who does that? Nobody. Nobody, Stephanie. So that is what I would change about this book. I do think that this book would have been a lot more interesting and just a lot better if the freaking battle had actually happened. You guys all thought I was gonna put up a Legion, didn't you? Didn't you? Yeah, I thought about it, but then I also remembered that I've kind of been talking about a Legion a lot on this channel, so I'm trying to stray away from it. Give you guys a break from my ceaseless ranting about how awful an ending a Legion was. Just a favor to you guys. My next character is Rose Quartz, and the question to go along with this is, what character do you wish you knew more about? And for this, it is fucking Savitar from the Dark Hunter series by Sherilyn Kenyon. Guys, I don't think you understand. I've been reading about Savitar since, like, the 5th-ish book of this series, and we still know like next to nothing about him. All we know is he is somehow this ultimately just all-powerful creature. We don't exactly know what kind of creature. We don't know where he came from. We don't know where he currently lives. We don't know his backstory. We don't know why he's angry with like half of the characters in this book. We don't know why like half of the characters in this book want to kill him. We don't know anything at all. And it is super duper infuriating. And it's also just super duper infuriating that she keeps creating brand new characters to write books about instead of actually dealing with the characters that she's already introduced. Sherry, I love you, but, quit creating new characters. Talk about the ones that you already have. I want a fucking book for Savitar. Sorry for the F-bombs. I try not to drop them, but just, this is a topic that I feel very passionately about. Our next character is Lapis Lazuli, and for this I have to name a book that had a really good redemption story in it. And for this I'm going to go with Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince by J.K. Rowling. So not only does this book have an amazing redemption story for one of the best characters in the series, Severus Snape, it also has an incredibly amazing redemption story for Draco Malfoy as well. Just both of these characters are characters that we thought we had completely figured out from the beginning. They were bad guys. They were against Harry. They were just guys that we needed to throw in the villain category with Voldemort and Bellatrix and everybody else. But then this book comes along and it's all of a sudden, maybe not. I mean, of course, Snape's actual redemption doesn't come until the last book in the series, but it kind of all really starts to like gain friction in this book. This book just gave this amazing depth to these two characters that we just totally painted this one color and just didn't think anything else about it. J.K. Rowling was like, no, you guys are gonna see all the colors of the rainbow that are inside these two characters, whether you want to or not. So just, guys, this is why this is my favorite book in the series. It was just so amazing, so fantastic. Yes, all the redemption. Our next characters are Jasper and Peridot, and for this the question is, what character was a villain but thought they were doing good work? And for this, I'm going to go with Eli from Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I know that people have a hard time deciding who the real villain in this book was, but I have come to my conclusion, and I say that it's Eli. Eli was just a bad dude, but he totally 100% believed that he was doing good work, that what he was doing was for the benefit of everyone, that it was just going to help so many people. And that's kind of part of the reason why so many people have a hard time picking who the real villain in this story is. But to me, Eli is definitely a villain, but he totally thought he was doing the right thing. He just, oh man, he so was not. He just was not. And then the last characters in this tag, two of my favorite characters from the series, are Sadie and Lars. And the question to go along with these two adorable characters is, name your favorite complicated relationship. And what do I mean by complicated? I mean like a whole lot of struggle is going on between these two characters. Not necessarily outside struggle, like, you know, oh, you know, we're in the middle of a war and that's why we can't be together. I mean, the two characters' personalities kind of clashing and making it difficult for them to be together. And for this, I've decided to go with my current favorite book couple, Ronan and Adam from the Raven Cycle Quartet by Maggie Stiefvater. Adam and Ronan have such a complicated relationship, you know, for a multitude of reasons. They are just really different people, and their personalities really do have this clashing issue, but they're just so amazing together. If they would just get their heads out of their butts, they would be like the most amazing, adorable, fantastic couple ever. But no, both of them both have their own issues that they're trying to deal with on their own, even though if they would just say, hey, I need help, it would be so much easier. Just, I just want to take these two boys and just smack their brains together until they figure out that they're being stupid and just make kissy faces with each other. But I love them, I adore them, and they are currently consuming me, and just, I love them, I love them. And that's it! That is the Steven Universe book tag. I hope you guys have a lot of fun with this. I tried to make the questions a little bit more unique and stuff. I hope that I managed to accomplish that. And now comes the time for me to tag people. And for this, I'm just gonna tag everyone. I tag everyone. Like, I'm gonna leave a giant list down in the comments of people that I tag. You know, because not only do I just want everyone to do this tag because, you know, I think it's a lot of fun and I hope you guys think it's a lot of fun too, but also because I really just want everyone to gain knowledge about this show. This show is so fantastic and amazing and adorable and just so wonderful, and I love it so much, and I want everyone else to love it too because it's just so good, and it needs way more hype than it's getting right now. So yeah, I will leave a list of everyone who is tagged down below, and then even if I haven't tagged you, please feel free to do this tag. Just everyone do this tag. Everyone spread the Steven Universe love just everywhere. As always, thanks you guys for watching. I will see you next time, and remember, books are the escape.